Hello, everybody. So we're gonna be going ahead and playing a little bit more Scarlet Hollow today. So I've got some news. We're gonna, again, usually as we do, take until about noon my time, so about another 7 minutes or so to just sort of let people trickle in. But yeah, I've got some news. I'm getting a new microphone. This one is good. It's okay. Well, it's decent. But I was able to sell one of the things that I've been holding on to for a couple of years, for about $240 or so. So we got some upgrades for the channel. Some things I've been wanting to get for a little while now. I got a new capture card that is capable of capturing at 1440p at 60 frames per second. But the more important part for me, anyway, on my end, is the fact that it is capable of passing through 1440p at 144 hertz. 144 frames per second. So that basically means that I'll be able to use my monitor at its native resolution at almost its full refresh rate. So it will be a lot easier to just simplify my system, not have to worry about having to upscale anything like that. And I decided that about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I moved my my laptop, or my desktop. I moved my desk into another room. And when I did that, I ended up accidentally dropping my microphone, like directly on the end of the microphone, like it just hit the ground. It was still in the stand when it did that, so there was also added weight behind it. And ever since, I've just, like, there's been something about the audio quality that I just haven't, it hasn't been working for me anymore. And I always knew I was going to be upgrading this microphone. It's kind of on the lower end of, like, mid-grade. And I wanted to get something a little bit better toward the higher end of mid-grade. So I ended up buying, like, a $120 microphone last night that will go ahead and replace this one, and it should improve my audio quite a bit. I also put up a bit of soundproofing. Now, I don't have enough to cover the full space that I'm in. I will get there eventually. Right now, I don't have the money to actually get it all currently. So, we're going to go ahead and just, I mean, we'll get there eventually. Each set of panels is about $40 delivered to my door. So it's something I'll be piecing together for a while. Thankfully, I don't ever intend on leaving the place that I'm in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, as time passes, I'll just be setting up more and more soundproofing. Hopefully it'll get this space that I'm operating in to be very, very, very quiet, very, very, very clean, crisp audio, which will just make me feel better. Like, the people that I talk to, when I ask people, they're like, oh yeah, no, it sounds fine. To me, it doesn't. But I'm working on it, so we'll get there. But yeah, doing what I enjoy doing, spending money on tech and gadgets, and honestly, I'd rather be spending money on upgrading my setup so that my streams are as nice as possible, than putting it towards some stupid crap that I don't necessarily want or need. Now, granted, this is, you know, most people would prioritize other things and not necessarily this, but For me, this is what I want to be spending my money on. So yeah. Major purchases for the future, by the way, include like an upgraded graphics card for my desktop so that I can switch from using my laptop or using my laptop as my gaming computer to using my laptop as my streaming computer. And then I'll be using my desktop as my gaming setup. And to that end, actually, that's one of the reasons why I went with the graphics card or the capture card that I want, that I grabbed this time. It is an external graphics card. So the one that I have now is it's an Elgato internal PCIe capture card. It is good. It does what I want it to do for them, or did what I wanted it to do for the most part. But I am now moving toward my plans for the future of my setup, the future of what I'm planning or what I want to be doing with my channel. With it being an external USB-C 3.1 capture card, when I do finally make that switch over from being from using my desktop to capture everything to using my laptop to capture everything, I will be able to do so. In fact, actually, I may be able to do so sooner, because my laptop is it has trouble. You know, it's an older device. I mean, not older. It's like it's 2019 model. So manufactured in 2018 with a 2070. It's a good computer. It runs what I want it to do. However, my desktop will be a lot more stable. Like right now, I run into frame drops with my laptop quite often. And frame drops are just, I mean, they're no fun for me. They frustrate the hell out of me. And it leads to the video on my stream stuttering. So once I get this new capture card, I actually might make the switch so that my laptop is the main capture system and then my desktop is the system that I actually play on, because I'll actually be able to do that. And my desktop is actually capable of having a lot more USB input. So I'll be able to, you know, actually hook my stuff up the way that I want it to without any fiddling or screwing around, and I won't need multiple desktops, which will be nice. Or rather, multiple monitors. My laptop can serve as the control center for my stream and everything else, and then I won't be hogging resources by running browsers on the computer that I'm streaming from. And then my desktop will be the game that's the system that's just for playing games. That's all it needs to be doing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be testing it out over the next few days. So we'll play around with it and we'll see which one's best. I'm gonna also, while I'm doing this, and then I should probably let Danielle know. All right. That being said, let's get right into it. I hope the audio is sounding a lot better today. I am working on it, as I mentioned. It's going to get better, and pretty much everything about the stream will just get better and better. So stick around, and I hope you guys appreciate the effort that I'm putting in. I am trying. Let's not make the same mistake I make every time, and let's go to load. So at the end of the last stream, we were about to climb down this ladder. We had just found Rosalina. She had been hiding in a cave, or well, she had been with her quote unquote friends, the older teens, and she had decided that her safety and health was not as important as being liked by the people that she wanted to hang out with, even if they didn't really care all that. Well, I mean they kind of care. Like, I'll give them that. They kind of care about her. They're just teenagers, you know, and they do what teenagers do and do stupid shit. So that being said, let's go. In the darkness beyond, you can hear the youths, their panicked arguing, echoing down the pitch black corridors. Oh, right. So we've been hearing some loud thuds and thumping and noises in the cave, and the teenagers are currently panicking because they don't know what it is, but they don't want to come back at it and admit they're scared. So, well, it looks like the only way forward is that pit. And it sounds like there's somewhere down there. I've never been this far in. I want to know how they managed to get through that hole that they squeezed through on the last session, because they shouldn't have been able to fit. Looks like a death trap. Are you sure you'll go, we should go down there? You can wait up here, Neeks. Might be good to have an extra pair of eyes up here, or a voice to lead us back. Alright, I'm not gonna argue with you. That ladder looks older than all of us combined. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. You know, Stella is, I don't hate her anymore, but she bothers me. Not because of anything she does, but because of her willingness to ignore all of the signs screaming not to do something in favor of behaving stupidly. Like, she has all the indicators that it is a terrible idea to do this, what she's doing currently. And yet, here we are doing it because she's, you know, Stella. That's really the long and short of it. She's Stella. All right, well, I only have one choice. Walk to the ladder and climb down. Stay safe, Dodger. Neeks, I appreciate you. I do. Okay, so those are blocked off. They must have gone that way. Couldn't we just be calling out to them? I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? No, you've been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. Nobody even wanted you to come with us anyway. Yo, Becca needs a smack. Like, for real. Becca needs just... She needs to be smacked. Becca! Yeah, they're close, alright. Sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder. Though you don't hear it, you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. You find yourself stepping toward the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Alright, Dodger? Stella reaches for your shoulder, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Oh! Oh, Satan. We've found Satan's hideout. Dodger, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you just conked out. What are the things what are those? Is okay, Kanika. Thank God. Okay, don't move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. Kanika and I are going to get you help. We'll be back soon, I promise. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, bent on your rescue. You left me here with the ghosts of the miners, God damn it. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming through the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca really needs a smack. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you, and almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. As you settle more into your senses, Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath, and it looks like she's been crying. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. Look, you really need to just not. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. This place, at least part of it, is coming apart. Becca and Alexis are still down there. We can't just leave them there. I know which way they're going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Please, I don't want them to die. Booksmart. My Booksmart's coming into play here. Don't be a hero. Heroes in mind collapses are just more bodies that need to be recovered. Another dusting of debris falls from the ceiling. You don't have long until this mine collapses on you. Do we leave the teenagers or do we go after them? That's the real question. Because, like, everything else is a side point. The question is, am I stupid and go after them, or get Rosalina out and leave them to their fate? Now, the game is pushing me heavily toward leaving Becca, which is kind of why I don't want to. See, the game is making it a point to make her unlikable. And I refuse to not like somebody just because I'm being forced not to like them. It's a conundrum. Because I genuinely don't like her in the first place, but I also don't want to let the game win. And Alexis did nothing wrong. If it were just Becca, I would have been like, yeah, I mean, she chose her fate. Okay. All right, let's do it. No man left behind. Achievement unlocked. Thank you. They're back this way. Hurry. Rosalina runs back the way she came. Follow her. Follow her. This is dumb, but we're gonna do it. The mine shakes with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling. Why is Stella not here for the shadow people? And scatter on the floor around you. I thought I knew the way out. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? We're coming. Just stay where you are. Can you see those things, Rosalina? She ignores your question, singularly focused on pushing forward to her friends. You follow suit. They're not her friends. Rosalina, you came back. I don't want to die down here. Then move. Okay. Quickly push your way back the way you came. Pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. Do I get them out? As you reach the pit, you and Rosalina direct Becca and Alexis to the ladder. They start climbing. Climb out of the pit. Did we manage to pull that off? Come on. You follow suit and start climbing behind, close behind. Can we get out? Oh my god. Why couldn't you just listen to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God! Even now she's insufferable. You know what? We're updating the stream title. Screw Becca. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. Run. Come on, you gotta go faster. We're almost there. I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Oh, damn. And then the knocking fades and you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. Well, one of us did. Rosalina's kind of not in one piece right now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly, she's not. Oh, Becca, you need to just shut up. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down there in the first place. This is your fault. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika pop their heads through the mine entrance. I think I hear voices in there. Oh my god. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella already called an ambulance. But that means cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know we went in there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. In a panic, Becca runs through the entrance and pushes her way through. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I'm gonna go get Tabby. All right, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We're gonna get you out of here and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Dodger and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Am I gonna... No, you're not gonna die. You're fine. It's just a break. It's just a broken ankle. It's just a broken ankle. You'll be okay. Rosalina, don't say things like that. Probably. Sorry. Oh my god, I could. You know, this would be my answer. Like, IRL, I'd be like, don't worry about that. We're all gonna die someday. But she's being stupid. She's only got, like, at worst, a broken ankle. You're not gonna die. The ambulance will be here any minute. You're gonna be okay. I promise. Thanks, Dodger. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. We never should have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Dodger. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. Alexa is right. You're very mature for your age. Worrying about others at a time like that. You're more brave than a lot of adults I know. It's true, Rosalina. You're really brave. Braver than I am, and smarter. If I hadn't stuck with Becca, maybe it would have been different. It's not fair that this happened to you. I mean, you know, it's whatever. She's gonna be in a cast. She's gonna have a great story to tell for the rest of her life. She'll be fine. So, what happened is you missed an entire episode. Also, how's my mic sound? Mind you, this is still my... Start over. No. Alright, but not bad, right? Not terrible? I'm getting a brand new microphone on Thursday, so... Aw. You flatterer. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting a new microphone on Thursday. It should be better. I don't like how this microphone sounds anymore. It was good until I dropped it, and now it's got a weird sort of like, I don't know. It just sounds off to me when I'm listening to it in the recordings. Anyway, so what happened was we went to go investigate what was going on with the ditchlings. We went to the mine to go talk to the miners. We found out that Wayne is dead. So what we're seeing isn't Wayne. The weird, creepy guy that like is in the shadows and looks possessed and whatnot. Yeah, that's probably a ghost. We don't know for sure, but that's likely what it is. And then as we were leaving the mines, as we were leaving the mine, we spotted Rosalina heading into a cave. And we followed her, and we found a group of teenagers sitting around getting drunk. Speaking of which, I need to figure out when I want to do that drinking stream. It's probably going to be a special stream at night, you know, so I don't feel quite so much like an alcoholic. Um, that spiked apple is so good. Party games? Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be playing with viewers. I'm thinking I will be, Danielle, it tastes like straight up cider. Like apple cider. Like 60 proof apple cider. It's amazing. But yeah. So the teenagers were drinking. And then we talked to them. We told them they needed to leave the mine because it wasn't safe down there. And them being teenagers, they decided to go deeper into the mine to try and just sort of get away from the adults that were telling them to be safe. We followed them, went down. Okay, so you were there for half of that. All right, got it. So what you missed is we went down the ladder that we were at the end of the last stream. And then we, I had some sort of like vision of the mine collapse. Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. We had some sort of vision of the mine shaft collapsing. I collapsed with it. And then we saw a whole bunch of shadowy figures with what looked like helmets with lights on them. Assume it's the spirits of the dead miners that died in the last collapse of this mine. We went after Becca and Alexis after Rosalina came back and found me. Rosalina asked to save them. So we took the stupid decision, went after them. We got both Becca and Alexis out with Rosalina. We got out. Everybody's safe except for Rosalina, who got her leg stuck underneath this rock here. And she's convinced she's going to die from a broken ankle, but she's probably gonna be fine. Alexis is realizing that Becca is kind of an asshole, and Becca ran off because she had been drinking and she was afraid that the cops were gonna find out and that her dad would beat her ass, which, like, you know, obviously Becca comes from a broken home. Her dad probably does beat her. Genuine fear from Becca, but she's also still an asshole. So, like, yeah, we're, that's basically catching you up to where we're at now. Stella and Kanika went to get help, or they had already gone to get help. But Stella called an ambulance. Kanika is now waiting for the ambulance to arrive so that she can show them where we are. And Stella went to go get Tabitha. And now here we are. We're having a heartwarming moment with Rosalina. And Alexis is recognizing that Rosalina is actually a good person. Like, she already kind of knew that, but what? No. Tabitha's back at the mine in a meeting. as per the norm. Oh, there's another thing that I have coming on Thursday. It's gonna be here at the same time my microphone is. I bought a new capture card that is going to allow me to do... It's gonna allow me to change my setup yet again. Because apparently I can't go more than a month or two without doing that. I'm gonna be switching over to my desktop, I think. But the new capture card, it captures 1440 at 60 FPS, so the quality of the video will be better. But in addition to that, it also has a 1440p pass-through at 144 hertz, which means that I'll be able to use the monitor that I have basically at full resolution at full FPS or full refresh rate. And I'm going to be changing my stream so that my laptop captures the video and my desktop is what I play on. Because while my laptop is more powerful, my desktop is a lot more stable. So I'm gonna lose some frame rate, but I'm gonna make it up in stability so that there isn't like random frame drops every so often, which should make it a lot easier to play at pretty much any game that I play. And it will also put me in a place where when I'm actually ready to upgrade my GPU, it's just going to be swapping out a single part rather than reconfiguring the entire setup at that point. So, feel free to support the stream in any way you see fit. Because, like, I am working on improving things, but I'm running up into a lack of money. That's what I'm up against. I managed to... So I had, like, this one cryptocurrency remaining from when I moved. Like, I sold off everything else, but this was the, like, one that I wasn't able to sell because it wasn't tradable. In the last couple of days, it became tradable, and it allowed me, like, I sold it and I got like $230 back out of it. So I was able to get some upgrades that I've been meaning to get for a while. And, you know, as per the norm, when I have spare money, I tend to just shove it into my computer because, I mean, why not? It's what I enjoy doing. I like getting new gadgets and new things, so. I also need to get a whole bunch of soundproofing for this room too. Like I mentioned when I messaged you on Discord, the soundproofing that I had was appropriate for the space that I was planning on putting it in. But now that I moved my computer out into the main room again, it is nowhere near enough. Like, I was able to do a small patch on the wall behind me, but it can sound better. That's why I'm doing this. And so you don't notice it, but go look at some of the larger streamers, right? Go listen to their audio, and there's a clear difference between my audio and their audio. Their audio is a lot cleaner, a lot like their vocals are very very crisp. Mine have sort of a little like weird twang to it. I I don't know enough about audio. I don't know enough about the topic to really describe what I'm hearing, but I can definitely hear it when I'm listening back to my own streams. So I want it. I want it for myself, not necessarily because I think it matters for you guys. Yeah. Because when I'm listening back to it, I can hear the problem every single time. And I know how to fix it. So I'm gonna be working toward that. Part of it is the microphone, because this microphone was way better before. But like I said, when I was moving this desk into the other room for the first time, I dropped the microphone. And as soon as I dropped it, I knew I had messed it up. Because, well, first off, microphones are extremely fragile. You don't drop them onto a hard surface and they're fine. It just doesn't happen. But then when I was moving everything back out here last night, as I was setting my microphone back up, I found out that the outer casing of it is loose because it was damaged. So the microphone is definitely damaged, which explains why the audio sounds worse than it used to. And like I said, I had the money left over, so I bought like a $120 microphone, which is already going to be a step up from the one that I have now. Because the one that I have now with the stand was only about $79. So like with the stand and everything else that came along with it, it was a $70 or $80 microphone. The one that I just bought is a $120 microphone with really good reviews. I was able to listen to samples of the microphone against other higher quality microphones and more expensive ones from, like, you know, big name brands like Rode and Shure. And it's not quite that high of a quality, and I wouldn't expect it to be. It is better. And in addition to that, it's a hybrid USB XLR microphone. So when I do finally upgrade my sound setup to, I will eventually be upgrading it to an XLR setup, but those are expensive. Like, I'm gonna have to actually be making some decent money back from the channel in order to make that jump. But I will be able to transition with that microphone that I'm buying now. Like, I have a plan for where I want my channel to go and what I want my setup to be like. And I'm taking steps in that direction as I'm able to. Planning for the future. The other thing that I found out that I wanted, well, the other thing that I bought it for was because it had a physical mute function on it. So the microphone itself has a mute on it, which is something that this microphone doesn't, and I wanted that because like occasionally if I get like a phone call or something like that, I want to be able to mute the microphone and not have to go mess around with, you know, remembering, needing to check on it, basically make sure that it's muted. So it has a not just a button, but a light that pops on that shows that it's muted. So easy, quick confirmation that I am actually like good to go and talk about things that you guys shouldn't hear, like, I don't know, my address if I'm talking to a delivery driver or something like that, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, making strides toward being more professional about my setup. It's weird to think about that because usually I don't plan things. Like, it just sort of like, oh, okay, yeah, this is you know, this is a solution in the moment. This is, you know, I'm having this problem, this is what I'm gonna do about it, and then that's that. Like, move on kind of thing. But I'm actually like, oh, I'm gonna buy this because later down the line I'm gonna want to do this, and then this will help me do that. And I'm actually planning my path down toward where I want to be. I like the fact that I'm doing that now. I don't have to think about just the immediate problems that I'm having. Anyway, back to the story. How's the office work going? You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. Just stay awake. Still awake, it just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come back with help, okay? Alexis grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both their cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before help arrives. Good to hear. Some of my men are on the way with the rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. Dodger, I'll be having a word with you. What? I did good. I did the good thing. Why did she hate? Why is she mad at me? You know what? No, fuck Tabitha. No. Oh, also, Stella isn't an awful person. I'm past that. I now feel bad for Stella. She's mad at me for saving the kids. Oh my God, did you not know what do you know what happened to Stella? Did you get that dialogue when you played? You don't know what happened to Stella? Like, what happened with the car? Why she doesn't like cars? Why Gretchen is... No. No. You didn't get that? Oh, I skipped over a major thing. Okay, so you know how she had Gretchen. You know how Gretchen, so we got this dialogue in like when we first met Gretchen, that Gretchen had been her pet for like 15 years or something, like since she was a child, right? Well, her parents got her the dog right before they died in a car accident that Stella was also in. Gretchen was the last remaining thing that her parents had given her before they died. And she had to shoot Gretchen. I have nothing but sympathy for Stella at this point. Like, Stella is not okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, good for you. She's not mine. Oh my god, like I feel nothing but awful about what happened. Oh my god, Stella is like a broken person just running on pure shock. It's gonna be okay, Rosalina. Everything's gonna be just fine. You're over here, Earl. Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll still be a bit before a bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour. You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Move it. Rosa, sweetie, I'm here. Oh, Oscar. God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here. Oh my god, I feel for Rosalina too. So Rosalina was just trying to be like one of the cool kids. She was hanging out with the older kids, trying to get their favor. And now she's in this position, and yeah. You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can. Okay, so Tabitha's men are probably gonna get her out of there just fine. Like I said, she's got a broken ankle. She'll live. It's gonna suck for a while, but she's got a great story. What's wrong with jumping off bridges? Have you never done that? No, but like seriously, have you never jumped off a bridge? Oh, that's no. Oh my god, it's so much fun. The higher, the better. Well, you know, up to a certain point anyway. I used to go bridge diving all the time. And cliff jumping. Cliff jumping is fun too. There was this really cool place where I used to, well, it wasn't where I used to live, but there was an 80-foot rock face that you could jump off of. It was so much fun. Like, you were in the air for a good second or two. Like, there was enough time to think, oh shit, as you were falling. It was great. It's like an 80-foot jump into like 120 feet of water. I might be able to find some videos of that place. There might be a few like videos. They like closed the place down. It was an old rock quarry. They closed the place down like 3 or 4 years after I found it. Like they posted police there because people were going in there and getting hurt all the time. But yeah, no, it was so much fun. So much fun. Sir, I'm afraid that that's... What ambulance are you driving that there's no space in the back for a relative? What do you mean? I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Braver. It's quite a ways. Is she going to be okay? She's going to make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir. I promise you we're going to do everything we can to keep her safe. She's got a broken leg. She's not gonna die. Come on. Like, they're treating this like she's got like a caved in chest or something. Like, she's fine. She's fine. Gonna have a cast for a month. Then she's gonna have some wicked scars and a great story to tell. She's definitely one of the cool kids now. Rosalina, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone. I love you, Dad. Paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men. What the hell happened in there? Oscar, I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. At least nobody died. What happened, though? Nah, pretty much. Just teens being teens. We did our best to get them out of there. No. This was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kids don't deliberately... I mean, it's your job, but it's also an impossible task. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault. No, you're blaming yourself, man. Nobody could have stopped this from happening. She was a teenager. She was doing what teenagers do, getting into trouble, putting themselves in danger. That is literally what teenagers do. It's their job. It's their purpose in life. Oscar, I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted, but I've seen things that I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time. My offer still stands to check it out for you. Once you're back from the hospital, that is. Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've got to go. Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face. Yo, like, honestly, though, I don't think anybody can really be blamed for this. Anyway, the two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Like, literally nobody involved in this can really be blamed for it. Teenagers doing what teenagers do. Parents are always the last to find out about anything. We did what we could do, but like, we got there at a bad time anyway. There was nothing we could have done. And of course, you know, it was also ghosts, so there was that too. The entities in the mine. I saw something down there, like shadows of the dead miners. They were right behind Stella right before you two left, and they followed Rosalina and I when we went after Becca and Alexis. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in that carving. That's super weird. Speaking of the carving, I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but I couldn't see anything down in that pit. And I couldn't see anything down in that pit, but you might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella? Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Stella got a picture of it? Yo, Stella! Hell yeah! Yo, Stella got a picture of the carving. Man, she's on top of shit. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old. Yeah, I mean, Eldritch God kind of thing, you know? Are you sure those are Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? Yo, Stella getting philosophical on us over here. They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be. And meanwhile, Kanika's just like, really, dude? Look at the look she's giving me. She's like, really? You're gonna fuel her insanity? Look, it's the only thing she's got left in this world, man. Just let her have it. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. You do that. You do that. My vision. I can't believe you've never done anything dangerous. Well, maybe not anything dangerous, but I can't believe you haven't done anything like bridge jumping. Like, it's not, I mean, it's not safe, but it's not like dangerous. Jump. Okay, how tall was the boat? Like, are we talking cruise liner, or are we talking like, you know, somebody's fishing boat? Wait, only once? I have no clue what a spaghetti boat is. Hold on. Google to the rescue. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. It appears to be garlic bread. You know, Danielle, I don't think jumping off a slice of bread is quite the same. Yeah. I'm starting to think maybe not either. And that's the closest we're getting. All right, well. So now I'm just envisioning you standing on a piece of bread and like hopping off. So was it like a tall boat, or maybe it's a bad translation, or? Interesting. So I'm guessing it was a smaller boat then. Still, I'm talking about like 50-foot high bridges or taller. The highest I've jumped is I think it was the 80-foot cliff. Maybe I did something a little bit taller, but it wasn't like I had like a tape measure out there. So yeah. Fun? Adrenaline? Something's telling me you're not an adrenaline junkie. The closer I get to death, the more I feel alive, Danielle. I guess you just wouldn't understand. Oh, I lived a pretty wild life growing up early on. It makes sense that I'm such a boring person now. I got it out of my system early. I can honestly say that I don't know how many times I've almost died. Been a lot. Been a lot. Have I ever told you about the time that I stuck my head into a nest of black widows? It was unintentional, but it happened. Oh, there's like 30 or 40 of them too. Like, it was just like, I stuck my head in, pulled up a light, and it was just nothing but spider webs and black widows in a hole I was inside of a cave, and I poked my head into a like sort of like a crevice, and it was just nothing but spiders. It was amazing. Oh. It was in a place called Purgatory Chasm. You know, because it just gets better and better. Here, hold on. Purgatory Chasm State Reservation. This is basically what it looks like here. Went hiking, and they have like amethyst mines here, and I was just sort of poking my head through different places. I was climbing in and out of caves, and there should be better images. Yeah, here we go. We'll just go to the Google image search. But yeah, it's stuff like this all over the place, and like you can climb down in here, and there's like caves and stuff all throughout the place that you can go into. And I climbed into this like really small hole in one of these caves, and there was like a little crack that led into like this chamber. Like, it wasn't big enough to actually get through, but I could fit my head in. And yeah, just nothing but spiders. It was amazing. Sort of like that, but like in a cave. But yeah, they mine out a whole bunch of like amethyst in there, and they sell it at a gift shop. But yeah, see, like you can just send your children into the holes in the ground. It's amazing. This is what was fun. This is a family day out. Sending your children into the underground caves. I used to love this place. It was so amazing. Have you never just... Yeah, right? It was absolutely gorgeous there. And then I also... Hold on. I used to live so not there. That's the post office. So it would have been Limekiln Road. I used to live here. Was let me go here. I used to live in this building right here. And then I would spend like basically my entire day. So this right here is a creek that ran behind the property and it led out into a bunch of stuff. Like I used to walk up and down this creek all day long. There's a few of them that go all over the place. There's this one, then it branches off and it goes over here into these over here. And these were the cattle farm. Well, these were our hay fields. Now, mind you, this is like way the hell up there in New Hampshire. This is when I used to work on a cattle farm. Remember, I used to tell you that I told you about that before. This is Oh, have I ever showed you where I used to live? I used to live in this building here. I used to live in this building here, and that's the beach that we used to go to. I literally lived like right on the beach. My daughter used to go to this playground all the time. Oh no, this place is great. See, this was the playground right at the end of the street. We lived in that building right there. In fact, is that the Hyundai? Yeah, that's my car right there. My old car. The one in the back. That's the Hyundai. Yeah, that's image capture October 2019. That was when I lived there. That was my daughter's bike right there. Our apartment was that one back there. No. I gave that away. We rented a car to come out here. I literally gave it to somebody. Like, no money exchanged whatsoever. Just signed the title over to them. I wanted to get rid of it. The guys that lived in this building, well, one of the guys that lived in this building were actually really nice. But yeah, that's my car right there, the Hyundai. We called it the Black Dahlia. My ex named it. This is the playground that my daughter used to go to a lot. And then yeah, we used to live here. And then the house that I lived in prior to this was this street here. That house. And then when I was working at Domino's, it was that one right there. Man, I made so much money working there. But yeah, this is the town I used to live in. Hampton, New Hampshire. Oh, and then when my ex first came out to visit me, we stayed I was working as a truck driver at the time, so I didn't have an apartment, and I've gone too far. Is this really nice little like hole in the wall place? I'm going the wrong way. I'm going north. Right? Hold on. Yeah, that's the RV dealership. Can't remember. I think it was no, because it was before the RV dealership. We're going into Rye here. It should have been somewhere around here. It would have been south down this way. Here it is. This place right here. The Slumber Manor. The first time she came out to visit me. These people were super nice. They have like 60 kids though. That's the main office right there. They live in that house right there on the property. That one right there. That's the house that they actually live in. And then they operate the little motel there. But yeah, let's get out of this. So as I was saying, these were our hay fields underneath these power lines too. Used to go out there all the time and mow the haying fields. These were them too over here. I used to drive the tractors. These were hay fields as well. We parked our tractor. Let me see if I can find it. There's there was like a fuel tank that we had that we parked our tractor at. I think it was like in this building here, although it may have been a little further down. No, because this is Hall Farm. This is like one of the other buildings, the school. This is where we had all of our chickens, and our pigs were down in here. This was a workshop where we did like tool maintenance and repairs and stuff like that. I actually helped build this barn here. I did a bunch of the roofing and helped put the walls up. And then this is like a well. The well is inside of that building because like temperatures got down to like -20 in the winter, and the well needed to be insulated against, you know, the freezing cold temperatures. And then we also had I should be able to see the rock wall that I built. It was right. So this is the other barn. The rock wall would have been in here. Yeah, you can just barely see one side of it here. So many injuries building that. And then here's a pond that we used to go to all the time. This is where like one of the owners of the school lived. More cow pasture. Oh, there's the cows. You can actually see the cows there. But yeah, so I used to live in that building there. I wonder if I can get a... I doubt it. Maybe? Maybe. We might be able to find a place. Yeah. Can I get there? So that's the building that I used to live in. We might actually be able to see them better from the road. Hold on. Let me see if we can get over there. Honestly, some of the best years of my life right here. This is the place that was like the first place to treat me like an adult and let me make my own decisions about where I wanted my life to go. And like, I could not be more thankful to Hugh and his wife Patty for like treating me, like I said, like an adult. Any of the cows visible from here? Maybe, maybe not. So they would have been in here. Although it looks like they didn't actually have the cows there because the grass would have been way shorter. It wouldn't have been long like that. So they must have had them up in the hill pastures. Like there, we used to put them either into this field here or into a field that was back there. And then some cows, there's still a chance that we'll be able to see them. There's another field that had cows in it too. So that's a cemetery. Was that a tractor? Was that one of the tractors? It was! It was one of the tractors. I wonder if I can recognize who was there. I might be able to, if it's somebody I used to know, then I might be able to tell who it was. That might be Hugh. Hugh was a short little stocky guy, but like built like a freaking tank. The guy was nothing but muscle, like ex-Marine kind of guy. No, I don't see any of them. Weird. This is the, so that, you see those posts back there? That was the barbed wire fence one of our bulls dragged me through. It was right about there. Man, the only thing that saved me was my down vest. Like, I would have been completely shredded if it weren't for the vest. The vest took all of the damage. Like, I would have been ripped open head to toe. And then this was one of the gardens that we had that we used to actually grow the food that we ate. So you got like corn, beans, we had like sugar snap peas, lettuce, cabbage, carrots, and a bunch of other stuff. Tomatoes for sure. And then in this building we stored like a bunch of the feed and stuff. That was where we stored our hay, and we also had like goats and sheep and chickens in there. And then down over here, oh yeah, see they're bringing the hay in. Oh, that's Hugh's truck. So that's Hugh. That's probably Hugh driving that. His dually, as we called it. And then down there we had our pigs. Great. It was such a good time in my life. Like, honestly, if I could have lived the rest of my life there, I probably would have. But I was just turning 18 and I wanted my life on my terms at that point. Like, I had lived my entire life up to that point being told exactly what I could do and what I couldn't do. This place was the first place that let me make decisions for myself about what I would do. When I got here, I was like 16 turning 17. And when I left, I was like 18 and a half. So like a year and a half or so around there that I lived here. And the first thing that they told me was, we will not force you to do anything you don't want to do. You get to decide what you do with your days. We understand that you're essentially just waiting it out until you're 18. We get that. At this point, there's nothing we can do to change how you act, how you behave, you are essentially your own person at this point. But until the law recognizes you as an adult, you have to have a place to go and you can't go home. So they gave me freedom. For the first time in my life, I had freedom. The only condition was that I had to behave like an adult. If I behaved like a child, I'd be treated like a child. If I behaved like an adult, they'd let me do what I wanted to do. No supervision, no questions asked, just act like an adult and I will be treated like one. And I'd never had that before in my life. It really is. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to work on the farm. That's what I wanted to do. So they didn't push me to go to school. Like at that point I had already. Why do I feel what way? I lived from about age 11 to age 18 in places where if I didn't do exactly what the adults told me to, I would be thrown to the ground and held in restraints. I literally had no choice over anything that happened to me. If I didn't do exactly what the adults around me wanted me to do, I would be physically abused until I listened. Seven years. And it didn't start when I was 11. It started when I was 7. It was just from age 11 onward that it was a 24 hours, 7 days a week thing. Yeah, I wasn't allowed. I was barely treated as a human, let alone an adult. It's life. Oh, my life anyway. I'm still alive, which is a lot more than a lot of the people that I went to school with can say. But this was the first place that allowed me to actually be my own person. To do what I wanted to do. To, like I said, to make decisions for myself. Like one of the things that really hammered that home for me, like about 4 or 5 months into my stay here. No, actually it was after I turned 18. Once I turned 18. because I remember, because it was like one of the first decisions, like we went to Walmart, which, mind you, Walmart, so the closest Walmart to this place is here. Was it Lebanon or was it Plymouth? Might have been Plymouth, but either way, it was somewhere in this area, but it was a 45-minute drive away. I can't remember if it was here or Plymouth, but it was one of those places. Plymouth is here, Lebanon is here. It's roughly the same distance traveled anyway, so it was a far away. And I saw they had a slingshot, and I went up to the staff member and I was like, so would I be able to buy this? And he looks at me, he goes, why are you asking me? You're 18. I can't stop you from buying it. It's your money. It's your decision. And I said, and I replied to him, I'm like, okay, I get that you can't physically stop me from buying it, but would I be allowed to have it? And he goes, you're 18. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to own whatever you want. And I replied, I looked at him sort of, no, I get that, like, I can have it. Like, in my mind, it just wasn't clicking. Like, I was like, I don't, like, am I not communicating this properly? Is there something that I'm not, like, conveying about the question that I'm asking? And, like, he wasn't helping me out. Like, he knew what I was asking, but he wasn't going to let me, he wasn't just gonna say, yes, I'm going to allow you to purchase it. Yes, you can have it. He wanted me to weigh the decision myself. So I continued asking. I'm like, okay, I get that I can have it. I get that I'm allowed to buy it. But if I do buy it, is there anything that would prevent me from being able to use it back at the school? And he goes, well, obviously we wouldn't allow you to have it all the time. You know, it would have to stay locked up unless you were, like, going out into the woods or something like that. But after you go out into the woods, I don't see any reason why we would stop you from bringing it with you. You're an adult, you know, it's something you're allowed to purchase. It's not an illegal item. It's not, you know, make one mistake with it and it'll be gone. Sure. But I'm not going to stop you from having it. And this was like one of the guys that, like, I dealt with daily. Like, he was essentially the administrator of the house that I lived in. He was there every day. He was the head guy that I went to about anything. And he was basically telling me, yeah, you're an adult. You know, like, this is a perfectly reasonable purchase for you to have. It's just like, it can't, like, none of the kids can have it. If you're gonna use it away from other people because we don't want anybody getting hurt. But yeah, if you want it, get it. That was one of the first decisions that I made where I actually, like, weighed out the pros and cons. I asked all of the appropriate questions for the situation, and the guy was like, yeah, like, you're an adult. I'm not going to stop you. Now, mind you, this was after I had started working on the farm. I had already, you know, proven myself to be responsible. I actually had like a group of 4 or 5 kids that I watched over during the day when they were on the farm. Like, I would take them around, we'd do, you know, the daily tasks, I'd be on the tractor and I'd be watching over them. They were my kids that I was watching over. They literally treated me like an adult, and it was such a good feeling. Like, it was amazing. And then that's actually one of the times I almost died. Was when I was watching over those kids. They were in a situation that was extremely dangerous, and I pushed them out of the way and put myself in their place. And it almost killed me, but I do not regret it. I think I've told you that story. Anyway, memory lane aside, back to what we were doing. It was one of the better, like I said, it was one of the better times in my early life. Anyway. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just auto-suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. Dodger had like a seizure next to the creepy stone carving. It's like something out of a movie. Yeah, we're awakening the Eldritch Gods. Just because he passed out or had a seizure doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. I kind of want to keep exploring. I don't really care about why. I know why they left me down there. Rosalina's going to be fine. I don't really need to explore that. I am kind of curious about the ditchlings. That was too easy to be our ditchling problem. Yeah, I think you're right. We've got a lot of unanswered questions too. Even more than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. This is still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. No, I mean, I guess you could still say it's in the category of coincidence, but not quite, right? Yo, when I upload this to YouTube, I'm gonna have to retitle it. Because that was definitely like way more trip down memory lane than gameplay. So let's go with what happens now. Tabitha, you can't just go doing that. What happens now is we have a word, all of us. What the hell were you three doing down here? And cliffs, not just bridges, jumping off cliffs too. I jumped off a lot of things. Maybe one more story from childhood. When I was 6 years old, I nearly hanged myself. Not intentionally. Danielle, I told you, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I have problems. Okay? I thought I gave you very specific instructions, Dodger. Stay in one place while I finish my meeting. Tabitha, have I listened to you at any point during this entire thing? What makes you think that I was going to listen to you now? She's been nothing but an asshole this entire time. She is not innocent. We found out that she is abusing her employees because they have no alternatives. So yeah, about that. I was only gone for like an hour, and here you are at the site of what was almost a deadly mine collapse. Abby, come on, it's not Dodger's fault. Bella is right. If this is anyone's fault, it's yours. You have an abandoned mine on your property that was barely even boarded up. It was only a matter of time until something like this happened. If anything happens to Rosalina, it's on you, Tabitha Scarlet. Damn! Kanika spitting truth over here. How dare you? It's not like I put up a big neon sign saying, cool place for teens to hang. It's clearly not safe. You three were up here with them. Why didn't you do something to get them out of there sooner? We did. We literally did. We were telling them to leave when they fled deeper into the cave. Tabitha's just another cold bear, and there's no point in arguing with her. I mean, not wrong. Although, honestly, cool it, Tabitha. We're probably the reason you have one kid in an ambulance instead of 5 buried alive. Fine, you're right. At least nobody died. Probably. Probably. There ain't no probably about it. What a heartfelt apology. Oh my god, Kanika over here, just like brutal. Come on, guys. What's the point in arguing like this? I know it can feel cathartic to point fingers and yell, but what's it going to accomplish other than bruised egos? I mean, Stella over here being the rational one. You're right. Come on, we're leaving. Are we? Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick. Don't you dare try and pull anything on him. He did nothing wrong here. Wow, Tabby! Alright. Alright. Sticking up for me. I can respect it. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. I'm Sheriff Hugby. This is Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Hope this little accident hasn't colored your perception. It's a lovely place to live, if you ask me. Lovely indeed. Now, Sheriff Hugby, don't you think it's a mite odd that these teens found themselves in an old abandoned mine on the very property Dodger's family happens to own? And don't you think it's even a mite bit odder that Dodger happened to be there with them at the time it said collapse? I want a lawyer, and I'm not answering any more questions. Thank you. Have a good day, officers. I'd be lying if I said it weren't peculiar, though I'm sure you're an upright citizen, Dodger. All this is surely an unfortunate coincidence. Still, Good cops should ask themselves these questions. I remain silent. You remain silent as the cops exchange an awkward glance. He's probably still in shock. I can't say I blame him after an evening like this. Perhaps it'd be best to touch base in the morning. See where your head's at after you've gotten some rest. And a lawyer. I ain't talking to no cops. From here on out, Dodger, you should do your best to stay out of trouble. There's plenty to do around town that isn't spelunking around unstable minds. Wouldn't want to see you on any of our other calls this week. Wow, that one threw me for a loop there for a second. Have a good one, Dodger. Yeah, no, I'm not talking to you guys. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The two officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe it. I left them behind in there to get help. Is it my fault, Neats? Stella, no, you did your best. It's not your fault. Yeah, no, I mean, no, Stella's not at fault here. Nobody is at fault. Like, we probably had one of the best outcomes we could have in this scenario. So, oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you? What, are they gonna take you in for being present at an accident? I mean, they were sure trying to. Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small-time cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters. Even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. I kind of wish I had got arrested. That would have been beautiful. Now, come on. Let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Dodger? I'd really rather you did it. If you're gonna run around almost getting killed every night, keep my cousin out of it. Your cousin is an adult, Tabitha. He can make his own decision. Damn right. Damn right. Not while he's under my roof. I am not under your roof. You need to stop saying that. I have options. I can go anywhere I want. Come on, let's go. As if to illustrate her point, Tabitha grabs your arm, dragging you towards the car. Are you kidnapping me? Yes. Don't be ridiculous. I'm taking you home. In fact, they feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. I get no choice in the matter. You're kidnapping me. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. Yep. I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. Been a long day, Dodger. Are you really going to make a fuss about me bringing you back to the estate? Yeah? After all the havoc you caused, you should count your lucky stars. You still have a place to sleep tonight. I mean, I'm sure Stella would have let me stay with her. You know, because she's nice. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I don't want to talk about Stella. It's none of your business anyway. Do you understand why I don't like Tabitha? Although I suppose I haven't tried to be nice. How are you holding up? I don't think you want me to answer that question. She's an asshole. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Noted. Yo, you can just let me out here. Like, I'll walk. Like, I am legit a hostage here. Poor Rosalina. Poor Oscar. You should have kept tighter reins on that girl. I never got into trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for that. Oh, I really don't like her. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? Whoa, are we bonding? Tabitha says nothing, mouth suddenly sealed as she fixes her eyes on the road ahead. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I beg to differ. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents. And clearly, there are some parents at fault for this who weren't ready. Take Oscar. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive. And here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. Yo, no, sorry. Danielle, I am never getting behind Tabitha here. Like, she is an asshole. Although something about what she just said makes me think that she wanted to have a kid. Yeah, and can't conceive. And look where that got her. Even if she doesn't lose that leg, she's going to carry what happened tonight for the rest of her life. You mean an amazing story of how she saved 2 people, got them out of a mind collapse in time, and the only thing she has to show for it is like a scar on her leg? Are you kidding me? Those are like the formative events in people's lives that teach them who they are as a person. Like, I've been there. It's one of the like highlights of my life. Are you kidding me? She went back in to save 2 people and got them out safe. Like, that's the kind of thing that shapes who you are as a person. No. Tabitha, again, you're wrong. It's not fair. Yeah, that's entirely out of line. What's wrong with you? Tabitha goes quiet. It seems that that's all you're going to get from her on this. Yeah, I can't. Like, I don't like Tabitha. Like Stella, I get her reasoning. I understand that Tabitha has her own reasoning behind why she does what she does, but like, nah. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. I like her. Good for you. She doesn't like me. Sorry about today. Fine, maybe I'm not sorry. Cried in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Why'd you even invite me here? It seems like you hate me. It's like I've caused you nothing but grief since the moment I stepped foot in town. I don't hate you. I'm trying to get through the week. The same as you should be doing. I don't want you to get hurt. I'm not okay with it. No, I'm not okay with it. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Turn in. You head to your room to turn in. If this is the end of this episode, I believe I'm going to make a shift over into Enlisted. This series is actually getting views on YouTube, so I do want to continue it. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe people that are following it, so yeah, I think there's a total of like 5 people that are watching each episode. Ah, nice. And people who are actually commenting on it. Oh, really? Very nice, Danielle. For those of you who are watching, Danielle is actually are you the PR manager for this game in particular, or this developer? You are, right? You're the account manager for the developer. Right. Right, the promotion. You're still in the emails that you send me, you're still PR manager. So that's how I think of you. But account manager, that's a bit higher up the ladder there. When is Slay the Princess coming out, by the way? Like the full release of it? Because I am kind of interested in doing that one too. Oh, and also, Caroline completely dropped the ball on me. I even messaged her. Like, I reached out to her in email, and she did not send me any of the keys that I requested for that game that she was promoting. I have to actually look at what it was. I reached out to her, sent her an email and everything, and no response. I was full of disappointment. Zor. Yeah, I requested 5 keys, 1 for myself and then 4 for the release date of it, which I believe is tomorrow. I wanted the press copy for myself for when the embargo. Oh, it's today. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I requested 4. One for me for the press copy of the game. And then another 4 for the release day, so for today, so that I could do a stream of it and give away a few keys. And I messaged her. I said, she sent me a message like on the 18th saying, as a reminder, the embargo for content is lifting this Saturday, August 20th. And if you haven't gotten a key yet, you can still request one. I requested one about a week prior to that. Well, I requested the keys a bit prior to that. I sent her back a message like the next day saying, I requested a few and I haven't received them yet. Maybe you could look into that for me. No reply. None. So, Caroline, wag of the finger. I tried. Maybe I'm just not a big enough streamer to warrant that kind of attention, but... You collapsed into Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even noticed the dust. My phone buzzes on the table. Kanika sent a message to Stella and you. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again too. And another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. As my actual phone starts buzzing, what the hell? Okay, nothing important. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks, trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, it's the kitten. Hello, Floof. Wait. That's not the Floof that lives here, though. It's not Frofro, or whatever her name is. Oh, is it? Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. I just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease. You finally slip into a deep sleep. I thought Frofro was more fluffy than that. I thought it was the cat at the library. That was the the black tuxedo. Oh boy. Magic Treehouse, Jane Goodall, and Tommy Knocker. Episode 3. Next time we do this stream. By the way, Danielle, this is the second time Caroline has failed to get me keys. That girl needs a talking to. It was Line Wars the last time, and this time it's this one. It's Zor. Uh-huh. She's being stingy with the keys. I'm trying to do what she wants me to do, but she's not helping me at all. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break here. I may restart the stream, but when I come back, I will be doing Enlisted. I hope that you come back for the stream that puts you to sleep. I may even have a little bit of alcohol. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, did you ever get any gummies? Or are you still looking for the dispensary? You know, your phone is really good at finding those. Oh, there's a place near me that will deliver them to my door. But they're super expensive. Like $30 for a pack of 10 gummies. $3 a gummy is stupid expensive. I can get them cheaper from a place that'll mail them to me. But like if I were in a pinch, if I needed them same day, I could order them. So that's good to know. And of course, my state just passed a legalization measure for recreational usage of like there's a THC content limit, I think of like 5 milligrams per gummy, but it's like it's technically legal now. So there should be a bunch of places that are like taking advantage of that soon. So it's good to know that there's places that I can actually go and get some from, or have them delivered, which is it's definitely ideal for me. But anyway, I will be back with Enlisted if you want to join me for that. And if not, I'll see you later.